In today's video, I'm going to show you 25 things every woman needs to know about. If you don't want to get your iron out, let me show you a quick hack you can use. So if you have a collar that's sticking up, it's not laying the way you want it to, get your flat iron, which most of us already have, and just take it and clamp down on whatever you want to iron, and it will just lay it down completely flat. And it's a quick hack. I use it all the time. If you've ever applied sunscreen to a kid, you know that it takes forever. This is honestly the coolest invention they've ever made for applying sunscreen. And I tried to buy it last year and it was completely sold out. So if you're wanting it, I would definitely pick it up now. Let me show you how to use these. So you're going to unscrew this piece. You're gonna put your sunscreen into this yellow part. And I like to use the Blue Lizard. It's just a great sunscreen. Then you're just going to screw on the lid. Then this cap, you're gonna pop it off. And then you have a roller sunscreen ball where the sunscreen's going to come out and you can put it all over your kids. It's so much easier to apply. And if you wanna have one for each kid, you can write their name on the outside. These just work so well, even for putting sunscreen all over the face. These are definitely a must-have for the summer. If you're like me and you probably order most of your swimsuits off of Amazon, but you also struggle with ordering swimsuits because you don't know if it's gonna fit or look nice, I love it when somebody recommends a good swimsuit to me. And I have 3 recommendations from Amazon that are tried and true. I've worn them now for a year or 2 and they work great. Some of them I have in multiple sizes and colors. Are they gonna work specifically for you? I'm not sure, but Amazon does have a pretty flexible return policy if you're needing to return them. So the first one I wanna tell you about, I actually have in 3 different colors. I feel like this is a very flattering suit. It has great tummy control on the midsection. It's a halter top and it's very comfortable. For me, I want a suit that is particularly comfortable. A lot of my suits will be too tight or they'll have like areas in them that are just itchy and they're not well made. This is a comfortable suit. I have it in an army green color. I also have it in hot pink and black. Now, if you prefer a tankini to a one piece, this next one is a good option. I have it in red, and I have to say, if you like red, go with the red. It's a very pretty color. It's lined, and it has separate bottoms, but it's covering, so it looks like a one piece, and I love the crossover strap. I wear this one all the time. The newest one I bought was a recommendation from one of my girlfriends, and I bought it in a blue color. Now, I know in this screenshot, it looks navy, but it's actually more of a royal blue color. I love that it has the ties on the side so you can adjust how high it is or low it is on the hips. It also has the tummy control in the middle and adjustable straps. Now I have 2 swimsuit cover-ups that I bought off of Amazon that I wear all the time. The first one I have in 2 different colors. I have a cream and a white one, and this is pretty much the one that I choose all the time. I'll put on my swimsuit and throw this on. Now it is a little bit see-through, but not over the top. Yes, you can see my swimsuit, but it's not like a netted one where you can completely see the swimsuit. So I feel like it's enough coverage. It's also very lightweight. It's gonna dry quickly if it gets wet, and it's made of a linen material. My other swimsuit cover-up is definitely a little bit more coverage. It's a 3/4 length sleeve, and it goes a little bit lower on the knees. It's a high-low, so it's a little bit longer in the back. I'm a big sunscreen person. For my face sunscreen, I will use the Image moisturizer and sunscreen every morning. I use it in the summer and the winter, and it does a great job. But with sunscreen, it does fade over time. And if you're gonna be out in the sun, you really need to reapply sunscreen on your face. And a lot of the spray sunscreen or the mineral ones can be a little bit expensive. I found this one, and I'm gonna be trying it this summer. This is an e.l.f. sunscreen, so it's not that expensive. It's a broad spectrum SPF 45, and it's a spray. You can put on your sunscreen in the morning, and then when you're out in the sun throughout the day, you can just spray this all over your face to have a little bit more sunscreen on. I think it's gonna work great, and this is going in my pool bag. So I keep hearing all these great things about titanium cutting boards. Everybody says they're better to use than plastic ones. So I found this one on Amazon. I would love to know if you guys have used a titanium cutting board, but this one is brand new. I have never used it. I have to pull this off the front and the back. So I've heard that titanium is a better way to go because it's more hygienic, because it's resistant to bacteria getting stuck in your cutting board. So I'm gonna be using this one, and it may replace all my plastic ones. In one of my previous videos, I showed you guys a hack that I like to use whenever I'm cutting up apples to prevent them from browning. I will get a bowl of water and add in salt. Soak them in the salt for 5 to 10 minutes, then I'll rinse them off and then put them into the containers. It really helps to prevent browning. You guys gave me such great suggestions for what you like to do to prevent browning from your apples. Most of you said that you like to do about a cup of water to a tablespoon of lemon juice. So we're gonna try that today. I've done lemon juice in the past. I think that's a good option as well. Honestly, I think it depends on what you have on hand. I typically always have salt and maybe not the lemon juice. I'm gonna rinse off the water from the apples. Now you could put these in a bowl in your fridge, but what I like to do is put them into my individual snack containers. If you haven't tried these are great. If I make pre-made refrigerated snacks, whenever I'm leaving the house, I have such a better option to grab and take with me. I use these all the time. I've shown you in previous videos how I like to add in like cheese, nuts, and cranberries to these. There's a ton of options. You can put in anything you like, but I'm gonna add in a few of the apples and some peanut butter for an on-the-go snack. I think that worked pretty well. Let me know your tips for preventing apples from browning. If you like to craft as much as I do, especially with items from Dollar Tree, you guys need these Work Pro scrapers. There's nothing more annoying than trying to take off a label from Dollar Tree, but ever since I bought these Work Pro scrapers, they're all I use. You guys have probably seen them in the DIY videos. So these scrapers come in a pack of 3 and they have plastic blades on them. So you can scrape off so many different labels. I mean, I use them for the Dollar Tree items, the thrifted items I have, any label, it will just scrape right off. You can also use these in your kitchen. So if you have something that's on your countertops, because they have plastic blades, they're not going to scratch up your countertops. So these are amazing, and I honestly have not found anything that's comparable. Do you have trouble eating all of your berries and produce before it goes bad? That is a problem in my house, and I hate throwing out expensive fruits and vegetables. So I found this gadget off of Amazon that makes my berries last so much longer. This is a mason jar sealer that's so easy to use. You can use it with small mason jars or the wide mouth ones. What you're gonna do is you're going to put in any of your fresh produce. I just cut up some strawberries, so that's what I'm gonna put in my jar, but really you could put anything in here. Let me show you how easy this is to use. You're gonna take the lid and press it onto your jar. Now it also comes with several lids if you need those as well. Most mason jars have the lids, but if you've lost them, you'll have several when you order this. Then you're gonna place the sealer onto the mason jar. Then all you have to do is press the power button. It has a timer, so it's gonna shut off whenever it's sealed, and then you just pull this off. This is gonna be great to make your berries last longer, but you could also use this with all of the items in your pantry. If you travel a lot, putting your mini or to-go items in one area makes it so much easier to get out of the door. I recently put this acrylic container together and I store it right by my front door. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Comment the word of the day, which is summer. This time of year, it gets really hot at my house, and any outdoor plants that I have, if I'm not around every day to water them, a lot of times they die. And so I try to not have too many real plants outside. Last year, I started to really love all the faux plants that they have on Amazon. One of my most popular items, the one you guys loved the most, were these faux ferns. I put these in planters on either side of my front door. I just put a little foam block in there and placed in these faux ferns, and people were asking me them. Like, my mom came up and she said, "Are those real or are they fake?" I'm like, no, they are completely fake, but they looked great. I had them out from the spring until the fall. Then I put them inside over the winter. They weren't sitting out. And then just recently I got them out, put them on my front steps again, and they look amazing. They look just like they did when I first got them out last year. Not only are these great because you don't have to water them, but you can use them year after year and no one's going to know that they're fake. I always like to pick one new jewelry item that I'm loving to show you guys, and lately I've been seeing a lot of chunky necklaces. I ordered this one off of Amazon and I absolutely love it. This is a heart chunky necklace. I've worn it with so many different outfits. It's just so pretty. It's not too heavy by any means, but it really goes with a ton of outfits. I also like that it's really easy to put on. You just wrap it around and then it clasps in the front, and it's absolutely adorable. Now, if you don't want the thick, chunky necklace, the heart one I showed you, I've been really loving these front clasp necklace, and I found this little one in a pack of 2. So you get this smaller clasp necklace and then you get another chain. These are great for wearing just on their own, or you could layer them with other necklaces that you have. We've done a lot of bows in our DIY videos, and sometimes I'll get comments or people just tell me that they struggle to make bows, especially small bows. Those can be a little bit tricky. So if you have thinner ribbon and you want to make a bow, let me show you how you can do it with just a fork. Let me show you how to do it with this blue thicker ribbon. So you're going to start by wrapping the ribbon around the back of your fork. Then you're going to take the ribbon on the right and put it through the center of your fork, pulling it to the back. Then with your piece that's now left on the right, you're going to stick that through the center of your fork. You should have both of the ends of your ribbon on the back now. So you've pretty much done the hard part. So you want to take the back ribbon and tie it into a tight knot. From there, you can slide your bow off and then cut off your tails. Let me show you how to do that with an even smaller ribbon. I feel like I try out a lot of beauty and hair products, and some of them are great, some of them are misses for me. The thing that I've been loving on my hair, and honestly the reason I really love it, is because it has replaced 3 products that I used to put on my hair after I got out of the shower. I used to use a detangler. I also used to use a lotion and an oil. And ever since I've been using this, this is all I use when I get out of the shower. This is by the brand In Common, and it's a 4-in-1 magic mist. It acts as a leave-in conditioner, a detangler, a smoothing balm, and my favorite is it's a heat protectant. So if you're blow drying your hair, it's going to protect it from that. Now, if you're going to be doing additional styling, like using a flat iron or a curling iron, you should add another heat protectant on once it's dry, but this will help your hair while you're blow drying. I love the way my hair feels. I feel like it's so much smoother, and whenever I put it on, the brush just glides through my hair. So this is a win for me. Let me show you some of my top easy cooler hacks. Let me show you the easiest way to add your 12 packs of soda to your cooler. You're gonna open up one side, place it in your cooler. Then you're gonna put your ice all around your 12 packs. And then pull up on the case. Now your soda is nice and organized and it's perfectly chilled. If you want to avoid your food getting smashed in your cooler, get any inexpensive container with a lid. Then you can put your food in there and then place it into your cooler. It's going to protect everything. Make your sandwiches up ahead of time. I'm just going to be making some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. After you make all your sandwiches, put them back into your bread bag. And we're gonna tie it up. Then you can just get one of these inexpensive bread containers. They sell them pretty much everywhere. And then you'll put them into the bread box, put the lid on, and you can put this directly in your cooler. Now when you get to your destination and you wanna get out your sandwiches, just pop that off and then take off the twist tie. And then you're gonna roll the bag over your bread container. Then you can just pull the bread container down and grab one of your sandwiches. Now you don't have to spend money on ice packs. You can get any of your Tupperware containers, fill them up with water and place them in the freezer overnight. Then you have a nice ice pack that you can throw in your cooler. The other cool thing is when it melts, you can use it as a leftover container to store your food or bring items home. If you don't already own the charcuterie container, it's definitely a must-have, especially for the warmer months. You can fill this up with so many different snacks and lunch items. It's perfect for taking out for the day. If you're gonna be at an event, if you're gonna be going to the pool, on a boat, it's amazing. I use it year-round. It's dishwasher safe and it's really affordable. I wanted to show you guys my hack for getting wrinkles out of sheets really easily. I've been doing this now for years. So if you put your sheets on and you're like, they're wrinkly and they don't look good when I make my bed, take a spray bottle of water and spray it all over your sheets. Then you're gonna go to the edge and just pull and smooth out the edges. And I'm telling you, the wrinkles are going to fade. It's an easy way to get those wrinkles out. The last time I showed these box cutters on one of my Amazon live streams, they were so popular. You guys were loving them. And if you're not watching me on Amazon Live, Delaney and I go live 2 or 3 times a week over on my second channel. So if you want to follow me over there at Liz Fenwick Daily, I also post daily DIYs over there. So if you guys aren't following that channel, you're going to want to check it out. I'll link it for you down in the description box. Subscribe to us over there, but we will do live streams weekly on there of the top Amazon products that we're finding for the day. If anything's on deal, we'll also put those in our live stream. These box cutters, they come in a pack of 3. They're really inexpensive and they're perfect for opening up any of your Amazon boxes. This next item I've been eyeing on Amazon now for a few months. This is a magnetic cup phone holder. Let me show you how you can use it on your 40-ounce tumbler. So this piece right here, you're going to pop off. Now, some of my accessories you can use with any cup. This is really only gonna work with a Stanley. So I do wanna tell you guys that before you order it. Then you see it looks exactly the same. You're going to put it onto your cup, just popping it right on. And it's gonna look like this. So then you just add it to your cup. You can place your straw in like normal. And then right here, this is magnetic and you can add your phone. So why would you like this? A lot of times I carry my cup and my phone. This is gonna hold my phone if I'm at a sporting event or at the pool or at the gym and I don't wanna set my phone down. I have a place to prop my phone up. I have a ton of these containers and I really don't want to throw them out. So I was trying to come up with a way we could reuse these. So I thought, what if we use them to organize my hair accessories? So let's start by covering it so it looks a little bit better. I'm going to be using my peel and stick wallpaper that I buy from Dollar Tree. These are $1.25 and they have a ton of new ones out right now. So I just want the peel and stick to cover this center portion. So I'm going to mark that on my paper. Next, I will just draw a straight edge and connect those lines. And then I'll cut out that paper. I was contemplating on whether or not I should pull off this label, but I think I'm gonna pull it off. And even if there's some white left underneath, I'll just cover it with my new paper. I'm gonna take off the backing on this entire piece and then I'll just wrap it around my container. And just smooth it down as you're wrapping it around. These are the hair ties I use in my hair. You can buy them at Dollar Tree. They fit perfectly around one of these containers. So you could use this in your room, but for me, I would probably use something like this in my car. We always need hair ties for sports or just, you know, if you want to put your hair up, especially in the summer. Then in the center, add in your bobby pins. I think this is gonna be perfect in my car. If you love ice cream, this next item is a must. You can scoop and serve your own ice cream all in this little cone. I've had these eggs for a while and I don't want to throw them out. So let me show you a hack you can do to test your eggs to see if they're still good. So pull one out and get a glass of water. If it sinks to the bottom, it's still good. If it floats, it's probably a bad egg and you want to get rid of it. That one's good. Let me know if you use this hack and hopefully it'll save you some money. I love a 2-piece set off of Amazon and there's some really affordable ones. I picked up this one, very inexpensive, nice pair of shorts. They do have pockets. I'll just tuck in the front. I bought it in this light blue color, but it comes in a bunch of colors. I want to show you guys my outfit because this is a great summer lightweight outfit. I've had it now for a few years. I just picked it up in pink and I think it's honestly my most gorgeous one. With the set, you're going to get this nice pair of shorts. They have pockets, very comfortable drawstring waist with them. I feel like the length is good. And then you're gonna get this waffle knit top. I always like to roll up the sleeves a little bit. Now you could button this up, tuck it in, and if it gets hot, you could just wear it with a tank underneath. So I think it's a very versatile outfit. I have it in the hot pink. I also have it in khaki or a green color. I will link to all the products that I showed in today's video down in the description box if you're looking for anything, and I'll put the QR code right here that you can scan to get to any of these items. And make sure you subscribe because I want to see you back here, and I'll see you in our next one. Bye.